Okay, well, good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining. You let me know if you can hear me well because I'm using this time these earphones and so I don't know if you can hear me very well. I guess you do, but you let me know if you have some troubles with my sound. Okay. All right. So on today's session is going to be a really quick one, really quick session, and we're going to practice some reading, some comprehensional text. Okay, so let me in the chat. I want to send you a text. So so today's exercise it's going to be um, reading. Okay, so you might receive now a text that it's called 5.1 Big Riverman. Okay, so I'm going to present and I'm going to give some instructions so that you can do the exercise. Okay. Okay, let me share my screen. And now on screen, we have this Word file that it's showing a couple of paragraphs, actually are 6 paragraphs that, well, it is a text that it's talking about a man who main sport is swimming. Okay, so what we're going to do is to read this text an individual as individuals. Okay, so we have around 15 minutes to read the text, and also at the end, at the bottom of the document, we have a quick exercise. Okay, which is look for the meaning of these phrasal verbs. Okay, so questions about the activity that we have to perform. No questions, or you haven't heard? Can you actually do some reaction? ¿Me pueden escuchar o no? Okay, good.
Yes.
And do you get all the instructions that we have to perform? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay. And do you get the text? Does everyone have the text? ¿Ya recibieron el documento? ¿Ya tienen todos el
Yes, I
documento?
have.
Sorry? ¿Sí lo obtuvieron todos?
Yes, I have the text. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, good. So I'm going to give you 15 minutes to read and look for the meaning of these phrasal verbs. Okay, so please go and read it. Um, so let me share and let's read it. Okay. So each of us is going to read one of the paragraph. So I'm going to start with the first one, and then we're going to take some volunteers to read the second and the following ones. Okay. So let me just uh, zoom in. Okay. It says. Long-distance swimmer Martin Strel was born in Slovenia on the 1st October 1954. As a child, he had always wanted to become a gymnast, but then he grew too big. His coach used to tell him he was a born swimmer. So Strel decided to follow his advice and take up swimming. Now, he swims the longest rivers in the world to raise awareness of clean water. His motto is swimming for peace, friendship, and clean waters. He has swum the entire length of the Mississippi, the Danube, and the Jax. In 2007, he became the first person to swim almost the entire length of the Amazon. Okay, so who can help us to read the second paragraph? Should we take a victim? Okay, thank you, Alan.
Amazonian people don't swim in the Amazon if they can avoid avoid it. Apart from being extremely polluted, it is piranesi, piranhas, electric eels, stingrays, anacondas, poison snakes, crocodiles, catfish, even perhaps the most vicious of all is a little fish called the which kills some. And that's it.
Okay, thank you, Alan. Who can continue the reading? Well, actually, just one comment, just a comment. We actually said polluted. Okay, thank you, Alan. You did great. So who can continue the reading?
Thank you.
Me?
Me.
Okay, Stefano, you go.
Okay. But in spite of the dangers, on the morning of first Ferrari 2007 in Atalaya in Peru, a stray walked bravely into the water. It had been raining hard overnight, which had been on his way. To protect him from the he was wearing with
Okay, thank you, Stefano. My connection is really unstable, so sometimes I start not hearing you. But okay, let's try to do that. Who can continue with the fourth paragraph? What about you, Emmanuel?
Me.
Okay,
Yes. Okay. For the NIPS 66 days straight waiting for day on the boat at night. The water was bright and murky, could hardly see of him. He was a swim. He would have imaginary conversation with his daughter, so that he didn't think too much about what might be lurking, I think, in the water below him.
okay, thank you. So we say conversations. Just, I'm pretty sure that you already know this word. It's probably just a long word. It's conversation. And the other one was butter. Okay, and finally, think. Okay, it's coming from the verb like thinking. Yeah. So he was thinking about some imaginary conversation with his daughter. Right. Thank you. Thank you very much. We can continue the reading. Who's missing? I guess it's missing Paul and Erica. So who wants to continue? Paul or Erica? Okay, what about you, Erika? Could you please continue the reading?
In the end, one of the biggest problems was not anything actually in the water, but was above him. It had been raining non-stop for days, causing the worst flooding in the Amazon for 100 years. Tarantulas, scorpions, millipedes, ants, and wasps were knocked off the leaves on the trees and fell into the water where they stung him. And if that wasn't enough, large black bears attacked his face and the sun burned him so badly that he had to wear a pillowcase over his head with slits for his eyes and mouth for protection.
Thank you, Erika. Very good. Paul, could you help
If
us
I continue? Okay.
the final paragraph, please?
Me, Paul.
Yes, you, Paul.
But finally, on 7 April 2007, after of railing journey and still crossed the finishing line at Ponta completely exhausted, but he had completed most dangerous swim in human history.
Okay, very good. So we say finishing line, right? It was not that complicated. It was finishing, and he had completed. Okay, so it was pretty common words. Okay, so questions about vocabulary. Questions about vocabulary. There should be some words that we don't understand. I mean, probably we get from the context, but we don't get the meaning, the real meaning of the word. So problems with vocabulary. No problems. For example, what's the meaning of murky in the fourth paragraph? Here, murky. What's the meaning of murky?
Como revuelto.
Sorry?
Revoltoso. Como revoltoso.
Como revoltoso. Probably it is more like muddy, como cuando el agua está lodosa y que está como, no pegajosa, pero como que, no sé, tiene cierta ah, como densidad, ¿sabes? Cuando está como el agua, pues ya sabes, cuando tiene como mucha tierra, se hace como murky, ¿no? O muddy, como de lodo. Okay. Good. What about what about flirting? As well on the fourth paragraph at the end, it says, so he didn't think too much about what might be lurking in the water below. So what would be the meaning of lurking?
Es como estar al acecho o algo así.
Ajá, es como estar escondido, ¿no? Como estar, pues sí, al acecho podría ser en este contexto, ¿no? Es como escondido, como estar ahí, como presente, ¿sabes? Como estaba, o sea, no se ve a simple vista, pero está ahí como medio escondido. Good. What's the meaning of slits? In paragraph number 5, almost at the end, it says he had to wear a pillowcase over his head with slits. What's the meaning of slits?
Pues sería como unas ranuras que hizo en la protección.
Ajá, exacto. Son como unas ranuras que le hicieron para que él pudiera ver y pudiera pues, respirar. Very good. What's the meaning of this verb? Stung. Meaning of the word stung.
Es picar.
Ajá. Tal cual explicando. Cuando un mosquito, una araña o algo, una hormiga nos pica, pues como stung. Okay. And finally, what's the meaning of grilling? Grilling. We have after a grilling journey, what's the meaning of grilling?
Que fue como un viaje cansado, agotador, o algo así.
Very good. Yeah, it was after an exhausting journey, como un viaje pues cansado, agotador, exactly. That's grilling. After an exhausting journey, well, he finally crossed the line. He finally finished, right? So just to finish the session, let's answer these true and false questions. So, okay. So, just to see if we understood completely the text. True or false? Martin swims for the sheer pleasure of it. True or false? True or false? Martin swims for the sheer pleasure of it. True or false?
True or false? What?
True or false? To if Martin swims for the sheer pleasure of it. What do you think? Is it true or false? No idea? Okay, well, it is false because he swims for the idea of getting clean water, friendship, and I don't remember the other one. Okay, so it is false. And what about the second one? Amazonian people do not swim in the Amazon because of the fast current. True or false?
True.
True.
True. False. They actually avoid to swim in the Amazon, and it's not because of the fast current. It is because of all the dangers, all of the um, danger species of dangerous animals that lives there. Okay, so it is not because of fast current, it is actually because of the animals that lives there. Number three, the reason heavy is well, it's heavy. The reason heavy rainfalls was both an advantage and disadvantage for Martin. True or false? True or false? The heavy rainfalls, las lluvias fuertes, eran una ventaja y una desventaja. What is that question mark? No? Or do you have a question?
I didn't hear well.
Ah, you didn't hear me well. I was saying that number three, the reason heavy rainfalls was both an advantage and disadvantage for Martin. True or false?
Advantage true.
I think it's true. So let's see. It is actually true. Yeah, because at some point it says that the rainfalls, the heavy rainfalls, help Martin to go faster, but also that makes all the scorpions and tarantulas to fall into the water, and those animals stung him, right? Entonces, sí lo ayudaban como a nadar más rápido, pero también le caían encima pues todas las tarántulas y los demás animales que le picaban. So number four, his wetsuit protects him from the very worst threat of the weather. Lo protegía su traje de baño de las intemperies del clima. True or false?
False, maybe.
False? No.
Yes, but no.
Yes, but no.
Yes, but no.
Well, actually, it's true. Más o menos sí. Anyway, he had to wear a pillowcase on his head, right? So it could be yes and no. Okay, good. Fine. Number five, Martin would imagine that he was in the water to distract himself from the swimming. True or false? What do you think? Martin would imagine that he was in the water to distract himself from the swimming. Él se imaginaba que estaba en el agua para distraerse de la nadada. True or false?
False.
False, right? Why? What was he imagining?
He was imagining his daughter.
His daughter, right? Conversations with his daughter. Very good. And yes. Number six, his face was burnt by the sun. He was stung by insect and attacked by birds. True or false? His face was burned by the sun, stung by insect, and attacked by birds. True or false?
True.
True. Martin had no energy left when he completed the swim. True or false? Martin had no energy left when he completed swimming. True or false?
True.
True, right? He had no energy when he completed the swim. Okay, well, that was the last question. And on next session, la próxima sesión, vamos a ver los phrasal verbs que ya investigamos. Ya vamos a hacer un pequeño ejercicio, ¿ok? La próxima sesión, we are also having our prompt to speech, so please be ready. La próxima sesión es cuando vamos a tener nuestros discursos improvisados, así es que vénganse tranquilitos, son temas fáciles. And I guess that's it. Do you have any other question, comment? ¿Tienen alguna pregunta o comentario antes de irnos? No? Okay, good. If we don't have any other question, well, we can dismiss the class and see you next session. Gracias a todos por unirse. Nos vemos la próxima sesión.